Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler every series of these I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I've been wanting to try this for a little while now. I kept running into it at stores, and I kept being like, but then it would always be like I had other shit to review anyway. I'm finally getting to it. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Folks, typically when I'm inside my truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. But that's not the case today. No, this is actually an instance where I picked this up a few days ago. I believe from Target, I want to say. Pretty sure. And like I said, I'd seen the displays for it for probably at least a month now, maybe even a little bit longer. And it was always a thing of like, problem that I would run into is that the displays for it would always be like at the front of the store, but like not by where I came in. So I would like come in on one side, go away, make my way around, come to the other. Then by the time I got to where that was, I've already got all my shit, and I don't really want to tag in, bit my tongue, tag in something else. But finally I was like, no, I want to get to this, damn it. So what is it? It's boom! It's Muse inspired soda, black cherry flavor. It is apparently 5 grams of sugar, which is very little sugar, 25 calories, and then it is adaptogens, electrolyte. Adaptogens isn't a real word, I'm convinced. Caffeine free. Oh, why is that a benefit? No artificial flavors, sweetened. To be fair, some people are sensitive to caffeine. Refresh your view on soda and ignite your imagination. At My Muse, we are here, blank canvas for your next symphony. Find your flavor, find your muse. So yeah, this is one of those alternative soda brands. It's trying to shake up the market a little bit by doing something a little bit different. Now, the interesting thing with this is that it's not that interesting in terms of what they're doing. It's like there's some stuff in there, to be sure, but like when you compare it against like Olipop or some of the other ones that I've reviewed on the channel even, it's no prebiotics, it's not plant-based or anything. It seems like it's just trying to be a slightly healthier soda. Healthier. So, sure, man, and it's got 47 milligrams of potassium and 21... Wow, it has potassium, magnesium, and zinc. I actually take multivitamin for that. Okay, sure. Let's get a thing for the thing that looks like this. We'll do this. Ha 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 ha! And they do have other flavors, so this is just the one that I grabbed because I was in a black cherry mood. Smells good. Let's give it a go. Well, it smelled good. It's not terrible, to be fair, but it definitely has a alternative soda kind of vibe to it. And what I mean by that is not as rewarding as a proper soda. Because here's the thing, I am not against alternative sodas. Genuinely, I'm not. I think if we can go over there, little by little, if we can improve and find new ways to, capture that experience, but hopefully in a more healthy package, I think that's great. Especially as somebody who grew up drinking soda, like it was fucking water. It really wasn't until my 20s when I started kind of getting that idea out of my head a little bit. I still drink soda, but nowhere near like I used to. Variety and shit like that, So alternative sodas are always a very interesting thing for me, but I do think it's one of those things where we're still getting there. That's definitely the case with this. It doesn't quite ring true like a proper soda. It's similar, but it's almost like an interpretation of a soda. Like if you explained a soda to somebody who'd never had it and then told them to make it, That's what it kind of comes up as. It's not bad, though. The drinking experience is a little bit unique. It almost has like a, for lack of a better word, like a creaminess to the way that it drinks. Like, sort of along the lines of, like the Pepsi Nitro shit, which I did review that and I didn't like it. But it has sort of a similar kind of texture to it. It doesn't taste quite the way that a normal carbonated soda does. Which, for me, as somebody who's a big fan of carbonation, but it's not an unpleasant experience at all. It's definitely less sweet than a standard soda would be, which, that's to be expected. Though I am interested, did they use any other sweeteners besides? So, because it's 5 grams of sugar, but then it's also 3 grams of added sugar. So, you're getting a little bit. Organic cane sugar, pear juice, vegetable juice, organic. Organic stevia. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Because it definitely had something of a familiar flavor to it, and I was like, Now, to be fair, I do like stevia more than I like sucralose, typically. So, good on them for that. And I think stevia is maybe a little bit better for you, and don't fucking quote me on that, though. It's honestly not a bad experience. Though, again, you can taste the fact that it's not just sugar. There's other elements to the sweetness. But it's not too bad. It's not like a heavy hit to take. And then as for the black cherry flavor, it's in there. You definitely get it, but because it is in this alternative soda kind of packaging, you don't really get the oomph from it. There is some tartness to it. I'll give it that. It does have a little bit of a bite, which is nice. You do want that in a black cherry soda, I personally feel. But it's lacking that darkness and that depth of flavor that a really good black cherry soda has. It's a little bit more muted. Wow, that was a terrible joke. Muted. That's what I meant to say. I did it for you. I know you would have done it harder, but... But yeah, it's, it's not bad. Genuinely, it's not bad. It's just not as good as soda. As normal soda. But it's not bad. I do like the bite that it has from the tartness from the cherry. And, the cherry flavor itself isn't bad at all. It's just, again, the stevia and, the other things kind of weigh it down a little bit. But it's not a bad experience. 2 questions have to be asked, though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No and yes. I think for me personally, especially with the black cherry, I have a great deal of fondness for black cherry sodas. I've mentioned that in other reviews that I've done. I really like a really good black cherry. One that, again, it's got that darkness, that depth, it has a bite to it. I just don't know that I can, even though I don't dislike this, it's just too far removed from the experience that I want that I don't think I personally would go back again for it. It's not bad. If I went to somebody's house and it was what was available, I would gladly drink it. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I wouldn't pack my own house with it. Again, I think as far as alternative sodas go, it's somewhere in the upper middle. I'll say upper middle. I think that overall, it's not a bad tasting soda. It's still lacking some of those key characteristics I want from a soda, though. But it's definitely way better than some of the other ones that I've had. So, again, I think, a few years' time, tweaking it a little bit. But as is, it's not bad. I just personally don't think we're quite there yet. But if I'm recommending it, sure, because it's not bad. This is one of those things where, even if it's not quite for me, doesn't mean I think that it's a bad product. I'm so hungry right now. I wish I had some food to review, but I've reviewed all the snacks that I have. All I have left are drinks right now, so I need to go out this weekend and, restock on my review stuff. But, yeah, no, and mind you, I do have food in the house. I just don't have review and stuff. But yeah, I think that this is one of those things where it's I think if you see it and you're interested in it, especially if you're sort of aware of what it is going in, again, sort of being an alternative soda, sure, give it a go. Worst case scenario, I don't think you'll hate it. Pick a flavor that seems like you're probably going to enjoy it. I'm guessing you probably will. Obviously, I just have this one flavor to go off of so far, but yeah, I don't think it's a terrible product. And I think especially if you're somebody who's already into the alternative soda stuff, this is a pretty nice brand to go into it. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly Muse-tastic rest of your life. Because, again, and they're a band, right? Muse is a band. I literally couldn't tell you a single song off the top of my head, but I believe that Q101, Q101.1, I think that they used to go over there and occasionally play some of their stuff on the radio back in the day, but I couldn't tell you anything. But anyway, final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But, excuse me, I'm a little bit gassy right now from drinking a whole bunch of carbonated stuff. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal favorite cherry soda brand? Black cherry soda brand, if you have one. Because, like I said, I've reviewed a few on the channel. Somewhat mixed results, For me personally, I've been asked, and it's I believe there's one, I can't remember off the top of my head. It's not IBC, but it's some sort of acronym, 3-letter acronym. And it's a Chicago brand. That one's pretty damn good. I think Dog and Suds might make one. Maybe. I don't remember if I'm into that one, though. Unfortunately, I don't have, a solid favorite just offhand. Maybe I'll go over there and do a black cherry soda special at some point. It's been a long time since I've done a special of any kind. Maybe that'll be something to swing for. But anyway, bye.